Okay, the next button we're going to learn is where the mother says love right here. Of course, that mother loves the baby, so when you touch it, up comes a heart. So that makes sense. You love with your whole heart. What would Mr. Action Man or Mr. Pirate do with a baby? They, like the mother, would love the baby. So that makes perfect sense. It changes to a heart. Then you get the word hug because we all in the family, we all love to hug each other. And the family all together gets one giant big hug together. And of course, the reason kiss is right here is because you always remember your first kiss, and there's only one person, one son, and it was a sunny day, and you liked it. Everybody likes their first kiss and remembers it. And it's a very special one, the one son. When you hit the baby again, this is your contrasting thumbs up, thumbs down. You accept a gift there, and the reject is the opposite. Care makes perfect sense. That's where your friends are, because our friends care for us. And as we age, we take care of each other, and they're holding each other's hands there. They're caring for each other. So the mother's holding the baby. Let's see. I don't remember for sure why date is here. Let me think why date would be there. These aren't all my own. Good look, they're talking to each other. On your first date, it's always good to talk and voice your opinion, and it's always good to talk on your first date. Have a nice talk. You start out by talking, so that makes perfect sense. The next one is the friend button, where they follow each other in a line, and you get the word friend and friends, and little friends, big friends. We're all friends, and you're a little bit my friend here. And so you get all these different things that go across here, across the top. Um, we don't always look up to men any more than we look down to girls, but the man and girl show up at those spots. We get a good, the boy is about being a good boy, and I'm not saying the girl wasn't a good girl. So that's what these aren't, there's no meaning by any of these necessarily, just woman. Yes, some women, and just make up something when you do these on your own. Come up with something that makes sense to you. Children, children love playing with the Mr. Potato Head. It's a child's game, so you get the idea there. When you hit this one down in the bottom here, the baby makes sense. It shows up where the mother's holding a baby, and the group hug. Group, the family is a group. We're a group, so the family's together. Strange. No, I don't really always remember every single one that was in here, but strange. You got to remember the stranger. Do you remember anything about him? You point out the stranger. I think that guy looks pretty strange to me. I'm making that up. I don't really know what it is. The truck, transportation. Now that makes perfect sense to me. Most of this is going to make perfect sense to you. So you get your categories for transportation, which is what they are. Get the word ride because you ride in a vehicle. The house makes sense that it's moved because you transportation, it goes with the house, you move. And then your flat tire makes perfect sense to me because you get that negative connotation again. The flat would be a terrible thing to have on a rainy day. Fly makes perfect sense because fruit flies, and the apple is a fruit, and apple's a food, and everybody hates flies in their food. So that fly shows up with the farmer with the fruit. Makes perfect sense. Let's see what I have one more. Back. So why? Oh, that one makes perfect sense to me because where does that snail have that shell? That shell, I shell, that shell equals on his back equals back to the truck equals the word back up because he's got that on his back. So you're backing. He's got it on his back. Okay. I think that does it for those two, and I hope that's about 3 minutes. All right. On to the next 3 minutes.